Welcome to Land Academy. I'm Jack Butala.
I'm Jill DeWitt.
We show you how to buy real estate for half of what it's worth.
And sell it on the internet really fast.
We are Jack and Jill,
and this is the Jack and Jill Show too.
With over 15,000 completed transactions, we're the experts at acquiring property.
Of all kinds, not just land.
For half price and flipping them for way more.
All right, let's get this show started.
Jill DeWitt with Jack Butala.
Hi.
Welcome to our show.
Reversed it today. Hello.
In this episode, Jack and I talk about LandPin goals for 2017. Wonder what else Jack is going to bring up as far as goals for 2017. I am curious. This is going to be
like this yet.
a great show. First, let's take a question posted by one of our members on landacademy.com online community. It's free.
Michael asked this question. I'm looking at buying some OTC properties, which is over the counter. What are the benefits and drawbacks of buying properties this way? Would you recommend it to a beginner? Jill?
No. Well, you know what? Actually, I would.
What are over-the-counter properties?
Properties that were taken back by the county, usually for non-payment of taxes, like always, and now they're available to purchase. And some counties, it's pretty darn easy to go there and just look up a list and see the property and see the purchase price and see, if there's a bidding thing, or if you need to go through the board of supervisors when their meetings are, all kinds of good stuff. So I actually think this is not a bad way to pick up some properties. Now, you are going to be, if you buy 20 here, well, keep in mind you're not going to have a varied, and you're new, you're not going to have a varied website presence because you have 20 properties in the same county. So that's not going to look as pretty and maybe entice as many people. But gosh, pick up a few here that way to beef up your inventory. I think it's great.
All right. So over-the-counter properties, back tax properties in general, are a great thing. It doesn't preclude you from doing any other work that you have to do any other way. You still have to go through due diligence period and review the thing. And I should say there's two types of over-the-counter properties: tax deed properties and tax lien. This is primarily tax deed, where the county actually owns it, and when you buy it, you buy the deed, you buy the property. A lien is a different, more complicated process, usually way more economically beneficial, but is way beyond the scope of what we're talking about here. So yeah, it's a great thing. Here's the problem. You're not learning how to scrub data.
It's true.
And that's what you need to be learning how to do, especially if you're brand new. That's what this is all about. So I think it was yesterday or the day before we talked about talked in a show about countertuitive. It was a secret sauce show. Mm-hmm. And I know this doesn't sound, the first time you hear this, it doesn't sink in, I'm sure of it. First 25 times I heard it, and then when I started saying it, it still didn't fully sink in. But please listen. You are in the data business. You're not. If you want to succeed at this, you need to learn how to use data and scrub data and get offers in the mail. That's what's going to make this a long-term career for you. Buying over-the-counter properties, there's a lot of over-the-counter properties right now because we came out of this economy. A lot of properties went back. That is going to dwindle. I guarantee it. And that way of buying properties is pretty inconsistent. There's a lot of luck involved. Sometimes you go to the casino and win, sometimes you don't. It's the same thing here. You win every single time when you send mail out. It's incredibly consistent. So to answer your question directly, and I think I kind of answered the first one, what are the drawbacks and the benefits? Mm-hmm. Would you recommend it for a beginner? And I think no.
Okay.
I'll add this and then we can move on. Practice with Arkansas if this is what you want to do. If you don't want to listen to us, that's fine. Lots of people don't.
Sometimes I don't.
Including our children. Arkansas has a statewide single place where you can go and buy over-the-counter properties. I've purchased properties there for a long time and made a lot of money. So if you're not ready to get involved with this group or any other group, and you're not full-time going to do it for a career or want to do it for a career, go take a look over there. Get to know the system, buy a few properties, make a couple bucks, see if it's for you.
Mm-hmm. Super easy to Google and find this.
I don't do it anymore, and I'll tell you why. Because the deals we get consistently with the mail, sending offers to owners, so it's always better.
It is. Our numbers are better.
It lasts forever. You'll send 1,000 letters out, get a couple deals or a few deals the first month out of it, And the mail will sit, those offers will sit in the files of these people's forever. Jill and I answer calls, or our company, we've sent millions of letters out, and we are getting calls back on letters that we sent in 2004. So it just never goes away. The benefits just keep coming. So
It's true.
I would stay away.
Thank you, Jack.
You send 2 mailers out, you're never going to even think about doing those OTC deals anymore.
You're going to get too busy.
Yeah.
With good deals. Awesome. If you have a question or you want to be on the show, reach out to either of us on landacademy.com. Today's topic, LandPin goals for 2017. This is the meat of the show. This is kind of Jack's topic. So
What the hell is LandPin?
I wanted to exactly. Yeah, would you please,
What the
Jack,
hell?
please tell us what is LandPin and how did this come to be part of our thing?
For years and years and years, Jill and I had a website called LandStay, LandStay. And that's where we sold land. And we went on our merry way, and it was fantastic, and we loved it. And it worked great.
It was just
And it's still
ours.
working
It was
great.
only our properties.
And then we were posting properties, like we always say to do, through an evolutionary process of trial and error. We started posting properties on other sites, Land and Farm, Land Watch, and on and on and on. And then we developed Land Academy, and we got a group membership to a signature, membership with Land Watch. Well, a sales guy duked us at Land Watch. His name was Sean, who's no longer there anymore. If I seem like I'm naming names, I am naming names. Duked us and said Land Academy, all your members consider it, the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then 4 months later, we get a call from the CEO, and extremely inflammatory, yelling, swearing call saying you guys are taking advantage of the system and it's terrible and we're kicking you all of it out. So, all right. So I got mad.
We did nothing wrong.
And I decided to convert very long story short, convert LandStay to LandPin, where we can all sell property. And eventually we're going to take over LandWatch. That's the whole point, because the guys really pissed me off. I'm serious. Remember, I say choose your battles?
Yep.
This is a battle I chose.
Uh-huh.
So we turned LandStay into LandPin. The site's done. We launched it last week on our member call on Thursday. And tons of people now are posting their property on there. Tons of members. It's member only now. It's a members only for a while, and then we're going to open it up to real estate agents who have land listings, and also anybody who's got property who owns land,
Right.
and they want to sell it. It will become the portal.
And it'll be cheaper and better because we are land people.
Because we don't know what we're doing. We're not IT people. The guys at LandWatch are salespeople and IT people that don't even own real estate themselves. It's a joke.
Correct.
And they're awful people.
They didn't get it.
And then Land and Farm is the only other. There's 3 of us now in the game instead of 2. And Land and Farm, I don't really see as a threat anyway. They've got some good momentum, but it's not. They're still not land people. We know what we're doing.
Exactly. Yeah, I wonder how. Yeah, they don't have any of their own properties on there. This is
Right.
not their thing. It's a way to just collect money for this. Big deal. And will you please tell us some of the goals for LandPin 2017 and what's coming? What can we expect?
My whole goal for 2017 is to take substantial market share away from LandWatch and to benefit our members. We're pouring a small fortune in banner ads and ways to drive traffic. I mean, Jill and I have been selling properties there for years, really successfully, with organic SEO and organic traffic. Then we asked about 8 of our members, we call them early adapters or crash test dummies, to post some property on the site while we developed it, kind of in secret. Well, they sold property. Well, it was still LandStay. They actually, all of them reported selling property. So it's working. We are also, here's a super special, 2 new attributes we will be doing in 2017 early on. Search by map, so you can take a look at all the properties that are posted on there, regardless of seller. You can search by map. Let's say you want to take a look at all the ones in Arizona. Completed sales and active sales and pending. Either pending on the acquisition side or pending on the sales side. And we will allow you to take payment by credit card. Your own credit card account. It'll be linked to it. If you listen to the show at all, or if you're already a member, you know how hard we plug making it easy for buyers to buy property. And one of those ways is just click and buy it in the middle of the night. Or click it and put the down payment down. Get the process starting if you're going to sell it through a title agent.
Well, one of the things that I've come across too is people in this world, not necessarily in our group, but one of the common things I see on the internet is people going, shucks, it's property. What credit card company is going to let me do properties? And because PayPal won't, and this one won't, and that one won't. We're solving all of that.
We've solved it. We've solved it for ourselves. That's really the premise of Land Academy. We've solved it all for ourselves. Now we're just sharing it all.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to get in the business or members are doing it, they don't have to go through the same crap we went through.
Mm-hmm.
For a small monthly, subscription fee, you get access to all this stuff. We've already figured it all out. So those are some of the goals. One of the things I'm personally ridiculously excited about is bulk posting. So if you have 50 properties, anyone who's ever been in this business, or if you're a real estate agent or a real estate assistant, you know how time consuming and frustrating it is to post property. When you get a listing or when you purchase a property, you have to post it like 8 places on the internet. All right. And it takes all day, sometimes days. Well, if you've got 50, 100, 200 properties, 300 properties, you can post it literally in a minute. You fill out a spreadsheet according to the specs, send us stuff because we'll review it, and we post it up there and bang, it's done.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're connecting at some point later in the year, we will connect that posting everywhere else that you should be posting property for sale on the internet also.
That's going to be
And that's
awesome.
huge, man. So you post it on ours first, or on LandPin first.
And it go everywhere else.
And it goes to all the places. So right now it's free. It's free to all Land Academy members. And for a certain amount of time, it will be free after we release it and announce it. We will make it free for a certain amount of time. And then it'll be a very nominal monthly subscription fee. I can tell you this for sure. It will be priced less than half of what LandWatch charges.
Because that's kind of how we roll.
we buy property for half. We expect stuff to be half. It's not a massive profit center for us. We already made all it. We made
Our
a
whole
ton of money.
membership stuff is less than half of what everything would be retail, by the way.
Yeah.
So it all ties together. There's a common theme here. We're you know what, Jack, I got to say this. I love it. And it makes me feel so good every week on our, especially member calls and stuff. I'm constantly told, I cannot believe, and with our emails that we're getting, I cannot believe what you guys are bringing to the table for what my investment has been. And our whole thing is, well, yeah, we want you to be successful. You need your money for acquisitions. You don't need to be giving it to us. You don't need to be giving it to, something silly. You don't need to be giving it to a VA to scrub a list that you bought, just to recap this week. So you don't need to be giving it to a real estate agent. Oh, let's see what else can I tie it all into?
Yeah.
All the things that we did this week. But you need to be having your money in your pocket for acquisitions so you can do this right. And then someday, and you'll have your property posted on our site. We're going to help you. And by the way, we don't get a commission off your sales. We don't, people.
Some people think that.
They think that. They go, okay, what's your percentage on this sale?
There's no tricks.
I don't get any.
There's no tricks in
any.
It's
not eBay.
There's no hidden fees or tricks.
Exactly.
It's free for members, and we will eventually charge a nominal fee exactly the pricing I'm not sure yet, but it won't be per unit like it is in some other places.
Right.
We're not here to gouge.
It's not like an eBay $85 average posting.
The other two people in this space,
wow.
LandWatch and Land and Farm, are here they're there to maximize profit. Period. Mm-hmm. They have no idea how to treat their customers. They have mediocre to substandard IT people. It's just the nature of the way it is.
Thank you for telling it like it is.
It is. That's just the way it is.
I know.
So,
I appreciate it.
And there's no law against posting it on all three.
This is true.
And why wouldn't you do that?
Exactly. Go for it.
And then you see which place it sells. Mm-hmm. For years and years and years, we've branded ourselves as the wholesalers. We're like, the site used to be, the catchphrase was land acquisitions for resellers. Like the wholesale place. Like, you don't want to go to, retail place and buy stuff. You want to go to a wholesale place. Mm-hmm. Always, for anything. So I'm extremely confident that we will win.
I agree. Any other goals for LandPin for 2017 before we wrap this up?
No, I can't think of anything.
Okay.
You're a good host.
Thank you. Well, after this, I'm going to ask you a few personal things in the after show.
Oh, okay.
I am. So join us in another episode where Jack and Jill discuss how to use information, that's Jack,
And inspiration, that's Joe.
to get just about anything you want.
We use it every day to buy property for half of what it's worth and sell it immediately.
You are not alone in your real estate ambition. So I want to ask you, Jack, now that we covered LandPin's goals for 2017, because we are, kind of a full week, 2 weeks now into 2017, what are your goals?
My personal goals?
Yeah.
Wow. I have some financial stuff, and we're going to hit that. So I don't even, you want me to disclose all that? Like how much money out? Okay. We always hit our financial goals.
Right.
I don't know. I really have everything I want, Jill. We have a happy membership base. Our kids are doing great. I think, I honestly don't have, I'd like to be less fat. But I have control over that. So
You know what's so funny about that? I got to tell you, because you remember what you and I were watching the other day. We're doing research to do a new show, and so we're on YouTube looking at other people's shows, other successful shows, some that are in our world and some that most of them are not in our world. But we're just looking at other people's shows. And one of the speakers was doing a whole thing about 2017. And his whole point was, don't just say you want to lose weight. Say you want to lose 30 pounds. Like really assign it a number.
Yeah.
So I just thought, I don't know. I really don't see the difference, but he did.
it was a half-witted attempt
Yeah,
to get specific and be real specific and make a plan.
right. I guess
Not just say, oh, I want,
don't just
take
be so
action.
vague.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure for a lot of people that does help. So that made me think, when you just say, I don't want to be as fat. I'm like, well, I couldn't be more vague. So I love it. I'm trying to think for me. You wonder about.
Yeah, I do. That's
I got books in me. I got a couple books in me, and there is going to be a live event. It keeps coming up.
Yeah.
It's for 2 or so years now. It's been coming up, and we've had members that have written the live event for us. Said this is,
Yeah, can you
and they're
believe that?
almost like,
I saw that.
they're almost like, I'll do it. I'll produce the thing. Just tell me when, and what's my budget. So
Jill and I had a little brainstormish thing about that, and I'm the one who said, I don't know if we should do this because I'm not a huge fan of these rah-rah sessions. And so what we came up with this. Let's get somebody from RealQuest to show us how they use RealQuest, how it's really used. Let's get somebody from Untitled Pro to show us how to do a vesting deed and just look it up. So there's really serious information from the credible source, right? It's not just a guy standing up on a stage saying, I made a bunch of money and you can too. I can't, that's not,
right.
Who the hell cares about that?
No, yeah, we don't want that. So yeah, it will be really, really, really valuable and very detailed.
This is why you need a website, and we'll have somebody who's, an SEO expert that can really says, this is the right way to drive traffic, and is this the wrong way or the expensive way or all of it.
Right. Even all the different social media mediums. I mean, there's so many little details that you don't realize.
Yeah.
It'll be very detailed. It'll be really good. So that's one of my goals too. Awesome. Information and inspiration to buy undervalued property.
We are Jack and Jill, and
this was the Cash Flow from Land Show. We are the experts at acquiring property
Of all kinds, not just land.
for half price just so we can flip it for way more.
And really